morning, or good evening, wherever you are. This is Television Reports International, and I'm Ellen Walding. The ongoing Barton conflict has resulted in one of the world's largest humanitarian disasters. In the southern region of Azuria, refugees from Barton have been suffering for years now from interethnic tensions and fighting in their country. According to different sources, the conflict in Barton has caused an estimated number of nearly 11,000 wounded and over 5,000 killed. Beyond emergency needs such as medical, food assistance and shelter, shortages of all kinds are affecting the civilian population, including growing fuel shortages. This causes tension and growing inequality between the refugees and the population of Azuria. In the early morning, a significant low-pressure area turned very quickly into a hurricane and hit the eastern part of Azuria. At its peak intensity, this hurricane, named Isabella, sustained winds of about 195 kilometers per hour. The extreme weather conditions caused heavy winds and massive rainfalls, with subsequent landslides in the region. The consequences are beyond imagination. The Tolu region, and more specifically the Shabash province, have been hit most seriously. Many houses have collapsed and are damaged due to the heavy storm, extreme gusts of wind and landslides. A large number of people are injured and many are still missing. Local rescue workers have not been able to get everybody from under the rubble. The latest news is that the Azurian government sent out a request for international assistance to the United Nations and the European Union to bring emergency rescue services to the Tolu region in Azuria. EU experts arrived yesterday evening in Azuria and made preparations for all the rescue operations needed. Thelma Jordan, our TRI correspondent, is in the Shabash region. Thelma, the European Commission has offered international assistance and several European countries have sent rescue teams to Azuria. Have they arrived and what can they do?
Yeah, the teams have arrived. There is a team from France, from Romania, from Croatia and from Finland. They arrived here at the border. It took some time to go through customs, but they are here now. They will have difficulty starting up their rescue operations because of the curfew. The curfew starts at 8 o'clock. Then they'll have to stop and they have to resume their rescue operation tomorrow morning.
We settle our base of operation in order to be ready as soon as possible.
Now it's a curfew time and we will start the rescue work tomorrow morning.
First things first, we need to settle in and be prepared for the rescuing.
People are glad there's help on the way, but there is a strong tension between Barton and Azurian people. So the rescue workers have to be careful that they don't aggravate this tension. The refugees already were in a very severe situation, even more now after Hurricane Isabella. They really need help as soon as possible. This morning, a member of the EU CPT flew over the disaster area with a helicopter to get an overview of how the hurricane has affected the region. There are drones deployed here on site. These drones can make the rescue work much easier because people can be found faster by the infrared cameras. in the capital of Azuria is the European ambassador, John River. John, can you tell me something about the situation here?
Yes. In the night of Tuesday to Wednesday, the region of Serdaresh and Shabash, most specifically, were affected heavily by the storm Isabella. Azuria, already suffering from the refugee influx from Barton, now had to ask for assistance from Europe.
What is your role as ambassador in this crisis?
From this office on, we can coordinate the efforts of the European embassies in the direction of the Azurian government, and vice versa. If the Azurian government wants to approach Europe, we could be the point of entry for them.
EU search and rescue teams have operated continuously in the disaster area. Due to the Barton conflict and more than 1 million Barton refugees, they've had to work day and night under stressful conditions. They've rescued 182 people who were stuck under the rubble. Many dead bodies were found and identified.
Our role here is to come in as an EU civil protection team at the request of the affected government of Azuria. Before we went any further, may I give my heartfelt condolences to the families of the persons affected by this terrible disaster. We'd seen the images on TV before travelling here, and it was obvious that assistance would be needed for the people terribly affected.
I'm a Croatian medium user team commander. Allow me to express my deepest sympathies to government and people of Azuria. We are here dealing with one site. Prediction is that 9 people is somewhere inside. During last 1.5 hour operations, we rescued 5 people.
We are coordinating the teams on the site in a close connection to the local emergency management authorities. So we are having a situation all over the international teams, where they are, what they are doing, and what is the situation with the local people on the area.
We've been on the ground now for 36-48 hours, and the operations are escalating all the time. We know of many areas that have been unfortunately affected by building collapse due to the hurricane which travelled through. Rescue teams have been on the ground all day today, and they've carried out many rescues. Unfortunately, some persons have been deceased and have not got through the situation, unfortunately. But the rescue teams are working tirelessly to try and bring relief and benefit to as many people as they can.
Local authorities and EU representatives stated that the good cooperation between the local and EU rescue teams has saved many lives and helped the region to overcome the aftermath of this tragedy. However, there is still much work to be done. more news in our next report. We'll keep you updated. This was Television Reports International. Thanks for watching.
It's an evening also of saying thank you.
On my behalf and on behalf of the European Commission, you all get an official certificate of participants on this exercise.
Better teams, better prepare.
Votre engagement, votre dévouement et votre courage.
À l'organisation de très bonnes chaînes aussi.
In the frame of the European Civil Protection Mechanism.
Molevet varpaat,